Hello and welcome to the Somnium Files, a game created, and by created I basically mean directed and written, by Kotaro Uchikoshi, who is the creator of, most famously, the Zero Escape series, which I enjoyed playing a lot, although I never actually finished the third installment of it. Partially because there's just something I really don't like in games about and it's a weird one because for some games I think it makes sense, but I didn't like the fact that in the third, well, first of all, for anyone who doesn't know the Zero Escape series, it's basically sort of a mystery game. I think the first one was for the DS, and then it went on the PSP, PS Vita, maybe something like that. I think the last one was on the PS Vita or on the Switch at some point. I don't know. I don't actually remember. I think the last one might have been on the Switch, actually. Either way, it's a mystery series, and you have to solve puzzles, there's murders, stuff like that. And the first game, I don't actually remember how the second game was like, but the first game, basically you go through the story like a visual novel, essentially, and then you get an ending. I think the second game was like that too, but the third game made it possible for you to essentially go to any, like if you've got a massive decision tree, you could go to any possible moment that you've already seen or unlocked. So that kind of, to me, I think, looking back at it, it's a good way of handling a mystery game where the main goal is to not unlock, but to acquire knowledge about what's going on. I think it actually fits that, but purely in concept of a game that you play through once. I didn't quite enjoy it because it felt like actions didn't have consequences, because you could just, go to the different route and do something else, and then you come back. And it also kind of felt like you lost a clear understanding of where you currently are in the game. So that's why I didn't enjoy that one quite as much, although it had a fantastic soundtrack. So anyway, I enjoyed those games a lot, and this is another game from him, which came out later. I think the last Zero Escape series game came out in 2016, if I'm not wrong, and I think I came out in 2018. And yeah, I've been meaning to play it for a long time, but I just never really got to it. And recently, I saw it was on sale, I think, and so I thought, sure, you know what? I'll play it. I think I watched like the first hour or something on YouTube like ages ago when it first came out. And yeah, so the first screen already I quite enjoy graphically, and for those of you who regularly watched Indie Sunday videos, you'll know I'm a sucker for options menus, and while this one doesn't really offer that much in terms of what you can choose, it also looks quite nice graphically. I also like this color combination. But either way, I've talked for long enough. Let's get into the game. Ah yes, English. Feels like it's been late to ask that. Sure. Yes. I don't need to switch it to Japanese or Chinese. Yes, autosave. This story is a work of fiction. Names, characters, places, and incidents either are products of the author's imagination or are used fictitiously. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, you can read the rest. Purely coincidence, I guess. There is going to be somewhat, at least, graphic content in the game. That's pretty much one of the only things I actually remember. Day 1, Friday. Sig I? That carousel scene. Bloom Park, Friday, 10:54 p.m. Investigation. During investigations, the main character, Date, inspects scenes and collects testimony. Progress by examining objects and talking to people. Date's position is fixed, but you can move the cursor and your view. Try looking around and moving the cursor to find something that catches your eye and inspect it. I can move the cursor like this, I can move the sight like this. Okay. So it's kind of a bit like, I want to say a mix of the Sherlock Holmes games and Phoenix Wright, is what I can gather from this first scene here. It's a bench. Yes. Is this the control room? The place where the operator sits to turn the ride on and off. I took a look inside, but I didn't see anything that might be a clue. No. Choices and look. When you speak to a person, you will be presented with choices and look. Use the choices to select the topic of conversation. Look will allow you to observe the person you are speaking to. Okay. An inspector from Metro. I hope he finds a lead.
Wow, I never thought a great detective like you would ask me my name.
Okay, so that's also always an interesting aspect. Do they repeat the questions you ask in a game? They don't apparently here, so I'll read them out before I choose them.
It's Kagami, sir.
Hello, Kagami. Thanks for coming out here in this mess.
It's my duty, sir, but thank you.
Anything to go on?
Not yet, sir.
He's inspecting the scene now. Okay, and then I press escape to get out of it. The body is mounted on one of the horses. I should get a better look. Took a step forward.
Sorry, sir. Could you please not get any closer? We haven't taken any footprints yet. I appreciate your understanding.
That is not amused.
Allow me to assist you.
That's Aiba. Her official designation is AI Ball. Or Eyeball, I guess. She's an artificial intelligence built into my fake eye. An AI for an eye.
You want me to use the zoom, right?
Correct. That will allow you to investigate without physically disturbing the scene.
Aiba's vision modes. While playing through the story, Aiba's special vision modes may help you obtain new information. You can now use the zoom mode to enlarge the target. Select zoom and examine the corpse. You can also view the controls in F1. Right? Zoom is... That's a good question. Is it the left special mode and the right special mode? Maybe. Zucchini? No, apparently not. There's auto. Okay, probably auto progresses through text. Oh, yeah, I need to click on it and then zoom into it. Okay, makes sense.
The victim's arms are tied behind her back with rope. The same rope wraps around her body and the pole directly behind her.
Now, why would they do that?
I am detecting signs of increased stress in your body. Cortisol and ACTH concentration is rising.
Don't bug me with jargon right now, alright? I'm just... upset.
Multiple puncture wounds to the front of the torso. Cause of death? Blood loss from these wounds. Body temperature and rigor mortis indicate the time of death was approximately 6 hours ago. That would place the crime occurring around 5 p.m.
That's odd, isn't it? I mean, maybe it's an abandoned theme park or something like that, because that's like, not midday, but it's still very much bright outside. Unless they're on like one of the 20 days in the year where it isn't. Several puncture wounds with no cuts or tears. That means...
The victim was probably stabbed with something pointed and smooth, like an ice pick.
Like an ice pick, yeah. Okay. Oh.
The left eye socket is vacant. Victim has had her left eyeball removed.
Her left eye.
The most likely scenario is that the killer or killers removed it.
Post-mortem, I hope.
Well, we don't know that for sure. A crow or some other animal could have pulled it off the corpse.
Impossible. The amount of blood indicates that the victim's eye was removed before her death.
They carved it out while she was still alive?
Correct.
Right. There's a fence set up around the merry-go-round. Probably to prevent nosy kids from getting caught in the machinery. A local cop. How's the investigation coming?
Not too good, unfortunately. We're not finding much.
Alright, I can turn around and get you. Another policeman. Okay. Boss. Rain is awful, huh?
It's unusual for this time of year. It'll be hard to find any usable prints.
Any suspects?
Not yet. We just found the victim. Too early to say anything for sure. But this could be a copycat killer at work. From the case 6 years ago.
The case 6 years ago?
For whatever reason, she didn't elaborate. The case 6 years ago. So, what am I doing here?
Are you serious? You're Special Agent Kaname Date. You're a member of Abyss, and that means you answer to me. I called you here to inspect the scene, Date.
Sure, boss. But inspecting dead bodies isn't usually part of the job.
Usually, no. But tonight it is. Because you know this woman, don't you, Date? I had to tell you. You deserve to know.
Do I? Okay. We found the body.
Metro got a call about 2 hours ago. Someone heard screaming coming from the park. Beat cop responded, checked out the scene.
And found the corpse.
Yeah. Thing is, the caller was anonymous. I'll give you the details later.
Conversations. After finishing discussing a topic with someone, they might have new things to talk about. When talking to people, choose topics that interest you. You might obtain important information or clues. Selecting log will allow you to recap any previous conversations. Right. I call her boss. She runs Abyss, a special branch of the Metropolitan Police Department. I report directly to her.
Her name's Nadami Shoko. You knew her, right? What was the relationship like? I heard you two have been close for years.
Your facial expression doesn't quite match what you're trying to portray there.
I wouldn't say that. We were just acquaintances. What was that?
Analyzing the source of the sound. Sonic analysis indicates the sound originated from inside the merry-go-round's central column.
Inside the column?
Noise came from inside.
Date, use me to see through the column. Utilize the X-ray mode.
Okay. Ah, yeah. I forgot about this, but now I remember, yes.
Oh no.
It appears as though someone is inside.
I threw down my umbrella and ran to the pillar.
Hey, wait!
Shut up!
I pushed him aside and ran up on the platform.
Hey, I know you're in there. If you can hear me, say something.
No reply. Looking closely, I found a small handle on the column. I grabbed it hard and tried to pull it open.
It won't budge.
It may be locked from the inside.
Damn it. Hey, whoever's in there, stay back. Izuki.
Hmm.
What is this place?
This is your dream.
I'm... me.
Yes.
Correct. You are Date.
And you are? You're... Where do I even start with this?
I don't know.
I can answer all of your queries.
Alright then.
What are you doing?
Who are you?
Also a good starting point.
I'm me, of course.
I know that voice. Aiba?
Indeed.
Why do you look like a fluorescent shrimp?
Yep.
What are you talking about? I must look so cute that you've lost your mind. Under normal circumstances, I would lecture you about your awful taste, but
What are you doing in my dream?
you called me. My consciousness and your own are linked. This is why I appear in your dreams. Consider me an alter ego, but I shouldn't waste time explaining further. You will have forgotten this by the time you wake up. I will discuss this with you soon, when you're awake.
I'm trying to sort out my situation. But my brain isn't cooperating. It must be because I'm sleeping right now. The things that I should know, I can't remember. My head is all fuzzy. I'm not my usual self. It's like I'm inside someone else's head. What a strange feeling.
Putting that aside, do you recognize this room?
No, not at all.
I suppose that's fine. Let us begin.
Begin what?
Somnium scan. Activate. Got it.
Got what?
I have completed a scan of your Somnium, your dream world. My simulations have encountered several mental locks.
Mental locks?
Have you already forgotten? Even your critical thinking abilities have dulled.
Huh?
In short, Somnium is a world built from the deepest recesses of your consciousness. This world is divided into several layers. Each layer stands upon a foundation, a base component. Think of these foundations as mental blocks, or simply locks for convenience.
It's not much simpler, is it? You could call them blocks and it'd do the same thing.
Mental locks must be broken before we can proceed deeper into consciousness. The truth is always hidden within the deepest layers. Therefore, we must...
Remove the mental locks?
Correct.
So I just need to turn on all the lights and open the door? Shouldn't be too hard.
Don't be so sure. Appearances in this world can be deceiving. Let's start with the door. Please direct me to the door and give me instructions.
I see. So I can do whatever I want with you in this world.
Date, what are you thinking about?
Well, I suppose that is true, but...
Alright, let's do this.
Wake Date up, sinking in the brain. Date's dream world, in this strange and surreal dream, trusts the light to wake up Date. Somnium. In Somnia, you explore a dream to discover the subject's hidden memories. Oops. A guide to unlocking the mental locks is displayed in the upper left corner. First, move Aiba closer to the door and investigate. Let me see, skip one line. And we can't actually read the tutorial lines again. Okay.
A door locked with a padlock.
When investigating things, you can choose from a number of options to give Aiba instructions. For now, have Aiba investigate the door.
It appears all I have to do is open this door.
That's a problem.
I can't touch it. That is to be expected. Dreams are not bound by logic. This is Date's Somnium, a reality built by dreams.
My Somnium?
I see. Your mental faculties must be hazy because your body is currently sleeping. I suppose I will have to explain.
Before you do that, though, the menu contains a number of functions such as file, flowchart, options, and guide. This game will autosave, but you can also save manually with save. If you would like to end the game, you can return to the title screen with top menu in the top right of the screen. What I want is turning the music down.
Allow me to assist you.
No, let's try this for now. It got really loud all of a sudden, or the voices got quiet.
I'd rather you not disturb my precious sleep.
Shut up and listen. Date, look at that. The places where the light touches have become colored. Perhaps those parts are now tangible. Every human mind is unique. Every human dream has its own set of rules.
I see.
If you understand these rules, the dream world itself becomes malleable. Who was that?
I don't know.
You must know. This is your dream. It is created from your memories.
I don't know what to tell you. I have no idea who that was.
You may remember upon reflection.
I need to give you commands that will unlock the mental locks, right?
Indeed. But it is difficult to predict exactly how an object will behave in Somnium. Think outside the box. Trying different actions will help solve the problem.
Really good soundtrack too, already. Not even like an hour into the game.
Now, what should I have you do?
Don't forget that I have a veto.
Do you? It didn't sound like it earlier. Objects to investigate. In the Somnium world, you are able to investigate objects that have a floating name. A new object has appeared. Move Aiba over to it and investigate. Right, these. Can I do anything else to... Doesn't really look like it. No, okay. Look out the window. Okay, one more second. Invert the cameras, please. Much better. A winter iris.
Winter iris.
What?
Do you not recognize it? This is an iris that blooms in winter.
A flower with a woman's name.
Smell it.
Hey, I didn't know you could smell.
I can't. I'm pantomiming. Isn't it easier to visualize this way?
Sure, whatever. Not enough.
Pardon?
Harder, you gotta smell it harder.
What? Okay.
Amazing suction! Bravo! Marvelous!
What are you experiencing so regularly to cause this to happen in your dreams?
You were able to touch it.
Correct.
Ignoring that comment.
So, I just need to keep this up?
Something like that.
Progress. You can check your progress on the left side of the screen. Your actions just now advanced your progress. Reach the end to clear the Somnium. You can view the controls in the menu. Yeah.
A switch. The thorns are gone.
Turn it on.
Now I can activate the switch. Isn't this rewarding, Date? Another place you can touch.
I would rather be sleeping.
Okay. First mental lock is opened. You unlock the turn on the light mental lock. But there is another mental lock in the Somnium. Unlock the next mental lock using the guide Open the Door as lead. You can always check the tutorial by going to Menu File Appendix. There's wine here.
A glass of wine.
Smell.
The nose is fresh yet rich. I detect smooth tannins and stone fruits.
Where did you learn that from?
Why would you have something like this in your dream?
A 72. Spike tunes off the original wine.
Even a guy like me enjoys good drinks and better company.
But these social engagements never seem to turn out well for you.
Stop! Don't remind me.
Can I look at the wine again
A glass of wine.
and investigate it?
A luxurious red wine, popular on the market today. However, this appears to be a much brighter red than a typical bottle.
Maybe it's a full-bodied red from Bourgogne.
I wonder if that trivia will ever prove useful.
Better to be prepared.
There's a basket.
A basket. I cannot see inside it.
Tackle. It's... You know what? Sure.
Leave it to me. It is dark. I cannot see anything.
I see a dumb AI and a skeleton.
Right.
A
Search
basket.
it.
A model of a UFO. A stuffed chupacabra?
Why did these things not fall out when you put that on your head early?
And a $1 bill.
Occult stuff, maybe?
Does the occult interest you, Date?
The truth is out there.
It is a trending topic. Anyone could have encountered items such as these.
True. Somebody's into the occult.
This is somewhat different than a cult.
And the standing lamp.
A floor lamp shaped like a rose.
Lifted.
It won't move.
It must mean I don't flinch. I hold my ground like a mountain.
I interpret it more as your irritating personality spreading like pollen in the wind.
The tears won't stop. Must be allergies.
You're just sleepy. A lamp.
We can kick it.
You don't have to kick it so hard.
Give it everything you've got. That's my motto.
It didn't even budge.
I saw the skeleton's skull move slightly. Hey, Date, are we gonna get him too? Huh?
What are you, a thug?
Yes, maybe.
A skeleton. It appears to be bleeding from the left eye.
Investigate.
There are traces of blood around the left eye socket.
Even though it's just bone?
This skeleton is clinging to some small bit of life.
I hope my bones die and stay dead, like they should.
A skeleton.
It.
Know this, skeleton. I harbor no grudges against you. Hi-ya! What?
Iba, look! The wall!
The door's gone.
Do you have an irrepressible urge for destruction you've been holding back all this time?
Even if I did, adults have to learn moderation, you know. Who is he?
Are you sure you don't know?
I don't know. He looks like some old man.
You could describe him a little more generously.
Boss's sleep token. Hmm? A hidden item? Insomnia? There's always one. Somewhere? No more. I can't eat anymore. I'm stuffed. Hidden item? Oh. A gun. Can I fall down? I mean, I guess we gotta try. Okay, I can't.
A gun came out of the skull?
It's got a key.
Why is there a gun in this house?
This house has a skeleton in it. Anything can happen.
I hear it's common in the Kyushu area. In fact, it is said that they place hand grenades in the egg cartons in their refrigerators.
Who did you hear that from?
A gun.
Pick it up.
It won't go off?
That should be fine.
Just aim it away from you.
Look at this hot magnum. I could ventilate some crooks with this thing.
She is a fuck.
Don't get excited.
Remind you of anyone?
No.
Is there anything else in here? Yes.
What?
Data be acquired. Dream documentation. Duty intern? Okay. Whatever that may be. Is there anything else other than just a door?
A door locked with a padlock.
Good gun and keyhole.
Do you think something this size would fit?
Right.
Might fit if you work it in a little. Try just the tip.
I suppose. I see. The gun was the key.
Well, well, well. It seems I was key in helping us escape.
Okay, that's it. This dream is over.
I suppose this dream is over then. Guess I'll wake up now.
Good.
Hmm.
I'll open it.
Data A acquired. Day 2. Saturday. Police headquarters, Saturday, 9:21 a.m.
Good morning, Date. I was waiting for you.
Let's have a look around. Oh, they inverted here too? That's actually a bit odd. I suppose I can't just have them inverted in one but not in the other. That's unfortunate, because that's what I would like to do. Alright, we'll work with this. I still think it's better to have it inverted in the 3D gameplay rather than, you know, whatever. Look at the chair. It is certainly a chair. Oh, right. Bags hanging on a rack. Inside the bags are masks, like for costume parties. Oh yeah, well, this thing is still normal, so I guess I just don't look around much. Shelves. The entrance. Yep. What are these? Can I look at them? No. Tombstone. R.I.P. A cabinet. Flag with big catch on it. A police officer.
Have you met my partner? This is my childhood friend, Mario. He's a good listener. I tell him all my stories when I get lonely.
This was the moment I started to worry about Boss's mental health.
It's me, Mario. Nice to meet you.
He talks?
Apparently, Boss's friend Mario.
You think it's true that a Tanuki's ball sack can stretch up to 10 square feet?
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
It's a Tanuki statue. Okay. A soccer ball.
Looking at that reminds me of my old boyfriend from high school.
So Boss's old love interest must have been an athlete. Interesting. It's a volleyball. Oh. There's so much stuff here. She has a computer on her desk, the type that has a monitor built in. Does it? Okay. Bookshelf. It's full of files and binders, but I don't know what. It's got books, manga, movies, games, all sorts of stuff. What does she do in here? I'd hope work, but you know, it doesn't really look like it. A pumpkin carved like a jack-o'-lantern.
You ever wonder why we call all our pumpkins Jack? What if that pumpkin's name was Bill? Sorry, it was funnier in my head.
Come on. Happy birthday banner. Oh, that one. Okay. The birthday party was a while ago, though. An electronic darts game.
Why do you have this?
So if we're trapped down here when World War III starts, we'll have something to do.
Mm-hmm. A public bath door curtain. Okay. Police poster. Snowboard. Some skis.
Are you familiar with the murder case at the resort called Spur?
Tell me more. Oh. Boss's desk. There are stickers all over the front. Are there? Yes, there are. Can't look at them. A map on the wall. A map of what, specifically? I don't know. Boy band poster?
Yup. They're all my husbands.
Uh-huh.
Do they know about that? Boss is single, by the way.
That's been here a while.
I mean, Christmas comes every year, right? It's a pain taking that thing down and putting it up again.
Yep, been here since the first time I was in this room.
That's my grandpa's death mask.
The guy had a huge face.
Yep. It's Boss's grandfather's death mask. Is this the right point to ask, what is a death mask? A mysterious mask is displayed on the wall. Coat hanger, if I can actually move to it. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff hanging on the coat hanger. You say a lot, but in actuality there's two umbrellas and these things that I don't know what they're called. A souvenir from some rural town? I haven't seen one of these in a while. Okay. And the scenes. Wait, is there anything here still? Just more cabinet. A plaster figure. And a stationary bike for indoor training. And a triangular, what? Ruler. And symbol.
I use that thing for stress relief sometimes.
I know. I can hear it all the way down the hall.
And a lifesaver. Alright, I think we've seen everything in here. Wait, no, not quite.
Overall
RC
length
car.
of 15.35 inches, width of 8.8, height of 5.35, and a body weight of just a hair over 830 grams. This RC car has friction dampers on the front and rear axles as well.
How do you know all this stuff?
I used to be a flag girl for RC car racing in my glory days. That's a Persian rug, you know. Very expensive.
Oh yeah? How much?
10 billion yen.
I doubt it.
What are you, in elementary school?
And there's a clock.
The battery died on that thing, so the hands have stopped. Like you and me.
What do you mean?
Oh, Date.
Alright, boss. Look, she's sitting on the desk casually. Yep, fair interpretation. About the case 6 years ago.
Hey, remember the case you brought up yesterday? The one that happened 6 years ago?
Date, forget about it.
What?
It's been a long time since I've been at a crime scene, and I got a little carried away, and... Look, it was a slip of the tongue, okay? Shouldn't have said anything.
That just makes me want to know even more.
That case has nothing to do with this one.
But it might. Last night you said this could be a copycat crime.
Yes, that's my point. It might be a copycat killer, but it can't be the same killer. That's impossible. Literally impossible. So it's not necessary for you to know about past cases. It would only cloud your judgment.
I don't accept that.
Just give it up, Date.
No.
I wouldn't tell you even if my life depended on it. Even if you took me to the finest club in Kabukicho and showered me in Dompi, my lips are sealed.
But why, boss?
It's top secret, classified.
It was that bad, huh?
If that's how you want to interpret it. Give it a rest. You keep prying into this, and I'll hit you with a sexual harassment complaint.
This isn't harassment or sexual.
I can make it sexual.
It appears you wouldn't have an issue with that. I can detect your thoughts, remember?
Thank you for your input, Iva.
Alright. What's the statute of the investigation?
Who do you think I am, Date?
State. Statute? Probably state.
You're my boss? Commander of Abyss Metropolitan Police Department?
I mean, my name.
Huh. I honestly don't know. I've been calling you boss for 6 years, so...
Trust me, it's been more than 6 years.
I suffer from a memory disorder. I don't remember anything past 6 years ago. I've been having flashbacks recently, fragments of my past.
Wait, what does your name have to do with our investigation?
Because if you knew me well enough, you wouldn't have to ask.
Ah, so, nothing to report then. Got it.
Any leads at all?
I don't know if I would call them leads.
What about the ice pick? The one we found in Mizuki's hand?
We were able to identify the manufacturer, but it's sold nationwide. It would be impossible to pin down the buyer.
Damn.
We did determine that the shape of the pick and the puncture wounds on the victim match perfectly. We also discovered that the blood on the pick is the victim's.
Meaning that ice pick was probably the murder weapon.
Almost definitely.
About Mizuki.
Interrogators say she hasn't said a word since we found her.
The doctors say she's traumatized. She can't speak. She's seeing a specialist at Central Hospital right now.
Did you take her to the hospital after we found her?
Yeah.
Were you with her this whole time? You're like her legal guardian, then.
No, she just lives with me.
Mizuki Okura. The girl we found in the merry-go-round. She's 12 years old in the 6th grade. Certain circumstances brought us to live together, but we aren't blood-related. Sort of like a stray cat that found her way into my home.
In any case, we're not going to get anything from her.
About Renju Okura.
Have you picked up Renju yet?
He's at a police station nearby being interviewed. He's not a suspect yet, just standard procedure stuff.
Renju is Shoko's ex-husband and Mizuki's father. Not to mention an old friend of mine.
I wonder what Renju was doing last night. I did call him a few times. He didn't answer.
He didn't?
No.
The local police tried his phone too, but they got the same result. No one was able to get a hold of him until this morning. We explained the situation to him, had him verify Shoko's corpse, and naturally started asking him questions.
About the ice pick.
The pic Mizuki was holding? The only prints on it are hers. The evidence is really stacking up against her.
No. She couldn't have done it. That's impossible.
Well, then you better hurry up and clear her. She is important to you, right?
Any other information?
Let's see. We have some more information about the victim, Shoko Nadami. It's up on the database, although it's probably nothing you don't already know.
Well, maybe not. I haven't seen her for over a year.
Still, you know more about her than anyone else on the case, right? It's part of the reason why I assigned you to this.
Nadami Shoko, 36 years old. Female. Residence, Meguro District. Met Date Kaname 5 years ago through her husband, Okiura Renju. Date and Renju were so-called old drinking buddies. Renju and Shoko had one child together, a daughter named Mizuki, the prime suspect of this case. 4 years ago, they were divorced. Shoko returned to using her maiden name, Nadami.
I should also give you this. It's a picture of Shoko. You'll need this when you're trying to get information, right? Since you don't have a cell phone.
I took Shoko's picture and put it in my pockets. So yeah, about that case 6 years ago.
Just promise me you'll let this go, okay? It's a delicate issue, even more delicate than my patience. So drop it. That's an order. Understood?
But what about it? I'm definitely not going to get anything else out of her. You can be surprisingly stubborn sometimes. Okay. Did we ever identify who called it in?
The person who reported the screaming?
Yes.
Right.
Unfortunately, not yet.
What's the holdup?
They didn't identify themselves over the phone.
But you should have a location by now.
All we know is that it was a payphone.
Payphone? That's odd.
It is unusual. Whoever it was clearly didn't want us knowing their identity. It may have even been the killer.
Mm-hmm.
Hello!
No, not hello. I told you not to just pop out of nowhere like that.
I do not understand your concern. Boss knows me by now.
Well, still.
Boss is looking at Iva. That eye.
I've been thinking a lot lately. About myself. If I have another mind inside me. Am I really me?
Well, it reminds me of something Arthur Rimbaud once wrote. I is another.
Meaning what?
You have to figure that out for yourself. That's the point.
About my eye.
Hey, so... about my left eye.
Now's not the time to talk about that.
About I.
Hey, what does love mean to you?
Where is this coming from?
Just answer the question.
Let me guess. You're asking me because the Japanese word for love is I, right? Like a pun? I'm right, aren't I? You dork.
That hurts, you know.
So, about Iva.
Hey boss, is it possible to do something about her personality?
Don't ask me, I didn't create her. Get Pewter to tinker with her.
Wasn't the AI ball your idea, though?
Yeah, but I didn't choose her personality or the way she talks. You can thank Pewter for that.
The left eyeball is Iba. She sees things differently than I do. Why did you come out?
I haven't been getting a lot of exercise lately.
You're joking, right?
It's been 5 years since we first met. One day I got called into the control room and Pewter, the engineer, showed it to me.
The official title is AI Ball. You may call her Iva. The artificial intelligence contained within this sphere is nothing short of miraculous. An autonomous artificial intelligence, birthed from collective nanotechnology. Its ability to think is controlled by a program we call the Wadjet system. Special Agent Date, from today forward, this is your partner. She will be your personal computer and your personal companion.
Iba's been living in my head ever since. She gathers info and runs analysis. She can also access wireless networks and hack into other computers. While she's in my eye socket, we communicate through an artificial nerve to my brain. It lets us talk without actually speaking. No, seriously, why did you come out?
Okay, really now. What's the real reason you came out?
There is something I need to report to the boss.
To me?
Correct. I could have had the message relayed through Date, but that would have been less efficient. I concluded that it was better to have the both of you hear this together.
Aren't you wasting a lot of time explaining this?
Yep.
Please listen quietly. I have determined who reported the crime.
Huh?
You have?
Who?
I found the payphone that the caller used. It was near the location of the crime, Bloom Park. Thus, I decided to check the surveillance footage of any security cameras operating nearby.
So you found a way into that database?
That is correct. That area has little foot traffic, even less at night. The time of the report was around 9 p.m. Cameras only caught one person in the area around that time. I analyzed the footage and was able to obtain a facial recognition match. They were registered as a person of interest in the police database.
Oh my god, who was it?
Matsushita Ota, 24 years old, male. I have marked his address on the map. That is all.
Date?
Way ahead of you, boss. Let's go, Iba.
Affirmative.
When you are able to visit a new destination, a map will appear in the bottom right of the screen. Open up the map and pick a destination. You can always, yeah.
Aren't I? I receive that compliment frequently.
Your attitude isn't, though.
So, am I cute or not cute?
I was joking.
I don't understand your joke. Can you explain what's funny about it?
Nope, not cute at all. Alright, back inside.
No,
I'm giving you an order.
does not compute.
Right, we don't need that first one. Alright, for now though, I think we're gonna leave it here. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys again in the next episode. Till then, bye.